So I'm joined by Maryhill manager Mark Young and assistant Andy Gibson. That's your season starting on Saturday. What's your initial thoughts on how pre-season's gone?
I think the same as everybody. It's been good but messy with boys taking leave and stuff like that as well. We picked up a couple of injuries during pre-season there, but all in all, great, to be fair, in comparison to this time last year. A million times better. So been able to work on a lot of stuff. We have had good bodies, but look, like everybody, you carry a lot and then you start cutting it down. But it's that sod's law. When we started cutting the bodies down, boys were away on holiday and stuff like that. So there's times where we've been caught very, very short. But I've said it a couple of times. Happy with what we've got. Very happy with what we've brought in. We've brought a good bit of depth and within there, and look, we've got a couple missing. Obviously we lost wee Ross during pre-season, but thankfully he's made a good recovery and he's starting to train again. That's Aidan just got his brace off on the way to rehab as well, but probably still a good month and a half away from it. So we've got real quality to come back in as well. So look, really looking forward to it. It's at that point now where you just want to get the first game and get the competitive stuff going. I can tell that the boys are itching for it as well. And overall we're happy.
Do you think like you said, compared to last season, you think you've been able to add quality rather than quantity? I think personally I've seen the strength and depth that we've got now. You're happy enough with the recruitment that's taking place?
Yeah, I think our recruitment in general has been sort of what we looked to add. We looked to add it. I think it was no secret last year that we played somebody out of position in the left back area. We've managed to add a natural left back, if you like, who's impressed and who's really came in and hit the ground running. Also, you're also looking to add a bit of quality in the final third, which I believe we've done. In addition to that, we've also provided a depth in the areas that we were maybe a wee bit short on if we did pick up injuries or suspensions. So overall we're quite happy. Mark obviously mentions that young Ross Jackson took a bit of a knock in pre-season, so again we're looking to promote within where we can from under 20s, and that'll be an avenue that we're looking to explore as the season continues. But listen, I think at this level, I think the recruitment's important, but we've also got players in from last year that throughout the season last year they improved, so we'll look to improve them again, and that's always like an additional bit of recruitment, isn't it, that people will improve as the season goes on. So I think our recruitment's been good, but more importantly I think we've improved the players that we got at the start of last season and during last season, so we're in a good place.
I think you touched on the 20s there. I think it's shown that if the 20s are good enough they will get their chance. I think that's something you've both been quite big on. Obviously Mark coming from Beath under 20s, I think it's good to see guys like Ross and Aidan getting their chance.
Yeah, I think it's simple that if you're good enough then you're old enough. It's that cliche standard. But we saw it with Aidan last year. Again came in and done a great job and gave us some real stability in that 6th row, and actually gave us that holding that we never really had, and gave us a good structure and shape. Unfortunately again, suspensions, injuries and stuff like that, he had a wee dip, and then lads came in, especially at the back end of the year when we had a good bit of form, they found it hard to get back in. But like Andrew touched on in the left back space, that was a really big issue for us. And then at the back end of the year there, Ross, I think probably a wee bit unfortunate to be up earlier, but he'll tell you himself, he get injured at the wrong time and then was just trying to get himself back up with fitness. But the way he finished last year was outstanding. Obviously getting his first appearance and first senior goal as well, man of the match as well, and it was great. And he came into pre-season flying and ready to go as well. A wee bit again unfortunate for him because we've recruited in that a real quality in that position as well. But just talking to him today, the wee man's relishing the opportunity to come in and challenge, and he's got a great attitude because he sees the quality coming in as more competition and more desire for him to go and fight for it. So I can't fault him at all, but as you say, it's there, and all we've ever said is you've got a chance. It's up to the lads to go and take it, as is the lads that we've currently got there as well. And Andrew said we've improved in the boys from last year, and I think what's important is it was a lot of their first year playing at this level. They've now got a year's experience, and the majority have probably got 20-30 games under their belt now. So that's the difference. But we're not starting with fresh boys. They were again talking about it in the dressing room there. They've had that experience. They know what to expect. They know the teams we're up against. They know the pitches that we're going to go and play on. So we're a lot collectively better prepared for the season to go ahead. Let's not kid ourselves. It's going to be competitive and hard. And there's some teams doing some very good recruitment themselves out there. But hey, we'll just look after ourselves and we'll take every game as it comes. And you need to be confident. If you're not confident at this stage with the squad and what you've got, then you shouldn't be sitting here. So the two is and the rest of the staff as well. We're happy with the shift that the lads have put in over pre-season. They've worked, they've grafted. A lot of them have had some serious minutes in the legs as well. At times doing 90 on a Saturday, 90 on a Sunday. So they've really been pushing it. And to be fair, what we've pushed them through, we're probably lucky that we've got so many still surviving at this point. So, but same motivation, mentality, togetherness that we showed in the back end there, and we've proven collectively within the team the quality we've got here. It's just important that we go and kick on for the start of the year. I think it's no surprise that the first half of the year, which we all expected anyway, because we knew it was a slow burner and it was experience, but we can't afford this year to have that start. It's important that we hit the ground running pretty rapid and stay competitive. We slipped away very, very quickly last year, and for the desires and aspirations that we've got this year, we just can't afford that. So the lads know what's expected, and as I said, they're just eager to get going as we all are. It's good to play friendlies, it's good to play, and it's good to get all the time in pre-season to really work on tactics and how we want to be. But you just want the meaty a competitive game and to start trying to collect points.
Yeah, I think everybody's buzzing for Saturday, so hopefully get some nice weather, get off to a good start and get some points on the board early. Cheers, thanks.
Cheers, thanks Greg.